Start exam. Division.
Sasikumar sir, you are ready now, sir? Shall we begin?
I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Okay. Hari Om, a very good morning to one and all joined here. Respected Principal Dr. K.V. Surendran, Resource Person of the Day Mr. Sasikumar, Director, Institute of Cooperative Management, Kannur, my colleagues and my dear students. On behalf of Chinmaya Arts and Science College for Women, I welcome you all for yet another edition of Student Enrichment Program organized by the PG Department of English in association with the IQAC and Ethics Club. Today's session is on a very simple but a powerful term, excellence, which will be handled by Mr. Sasikumar, Director, Institute of Cooperative Management, Kannur. Let me invite Ms. Shanu Karun, the Head, PG Department of English, to deliver the welcome address. Shanu, over to you.
Thank you, Anita. Anita, am I audible?
Yes, Shanu, yes, very much.
Yeah. Hari Om, and a very pleasant morning to all who have joined us here today for this very exciting session on a topic of immense value, we believe, which is going to be excellence. This event, as Ms. Anita as part of the Student Enrichment Program. And today we have with us a very ingenious and multifaceted personality, Mr. Sasikumar MV, who is presently the director, and he's also the member Board of Studies. He's a director at the Institute of Cooperative Management, Kannur. And as I said, he's also the member of the Board of Studies, the Department of Management, Kannur University. He is a postgraduate in MA, MPhil, MBA, FTPM, IIM Ahmedabad, and CTFC Bird Lucknow. He's also a certified prime graduate, national trainer of Junior Chamber International. Mr. Sasikumar's area of specialization includes management, organizational behavior, strategic management, etc. And he has also published around 100 articles on management and cooperation in varied journals and magazines, and also conducted more than 500 training programs. Sir, with immense pleasure, we welcome you to this Student Enrichment Program. Let me also welcome our Principal, Dr. K.V. Surendran, to this session. Welcome to you, sir. And I also extend a very cordial welcome to the faculty and all the students who have joined us for this session. Thank you. Over to you, Anita.
Thank you, Shanu. Let me now invite our Principal, Dr. K.V. Surendran, sir, to address the students. Sir, over to you.
Thank you. Hari Om. Good morning to one and all present over here. Our esteemed resource person of this morning, Mr. Sasikumar MV, who is the Director, Institute of Cooperative Management, Kannur. Ms. Shanu Karun, the Head of the Department of English, Ms. Anita Haridas, who is hosting this program, Ms. Lyra Lakshmanan, who is proposing a vote of thanks, and my other colleagues, dear participants. I'm immensely glad that there is yet another program, that is a student enrichment program, and I'm really happy to associate with the new venture. And as all of us know, in the days of the pandemic, where virtual programs are in progress, and all kinds of programs are being held in different institutions, national and international. And I'm really happy that we have an eminent person amongst us this morning. And as I understand, he is a very eminent person and a trainer. And certainly, I hope that next 1 hour or so will be giving a rich experience to our students. And of course, as has been indicated, it's a very simple word, excellence, but one of the most beautiful words in the English language, because all of us in some way or other, at least aim at this thing called excellence in every matter. In fact, whatever be the issue, like public relations or communication or behavior or academics or a profession or a behavior or achievement or in everything, in fact, we aim at that. That is, and we like people to, a comment like that is an excellent idea, or that is an excellent question, that is an excellent answer, and of course, it might even mean our knowing our limits and knowing our strength and even endless effort and everything else. So I think the work has definitely a very broad dimension, and I hope the session will be an interactive one and very enriching one. I take the opportunity to extend a personal welcome also to Mr. Sasikumar MV, the speaker of the day. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the institution, I once again welcome our resource person, Mr. Sasikumar, Director, Institute of Cooperative Management, Kannur, and invite him to begin the session. Sir, over to you. Hello, sir. He got disconnected. He'll be joining now. Sir, can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yes. Sir, over to you, sir. Let's begin the session.
Oh, I can start? Right. Okay. Ma'am, how many participants are there in the program?
Sir, 43.
43. Only one batch or different batches?
Different batches, sir.
Okay.
First year MA, second year MA, and some of the degree students are also have joined.
Okay. Yesterday I had given some information regarding some arrangement to be done by these students. I think hope they must have made it ready, right?
Yes, sir. It was forwarded already.
Okay. Okay. So shall we start then?
Yes, sir, you have any presentation to share or?
Yeah. I'll be.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So let me start the screen sharing. Is it visible, madam?
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
And my voice also okay?
Yes, it's clear.
Right. So then I can start.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, respected principal students, sir. Shanu madam, Anita madam, Lyra madam, and dear students. I think you got around 2 or 3 good morning. So let me start with a good day. Not only morning should be good, I think the entire day should be good for you. That is what I am wishing now. Let me start this session by asking you a simple question. Why the management of Chinmay Arts and Science College arrange a program like this? That is what I want to ask my students. Students must be aware that it's an online platform. So there are a lot of limitations. I was thinking, if I were in your campus, in the classroom, I could have interacted with you for 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours directly. But it is not a classroom, it is a glass room. And a lot of limitations are there. The major limitation is that of communication. I can speak, I can say, but many a time I cannot get a response from your side. Even many a time I cannot see what kind of gesture you are having on your face. So that limitation is there in the online platform, but we cannot always talk about limitations. I think we have to talk about possibilities. That may be the reason why the management of Chinmay Arts and Science College arrange a program like this, maybe a 1 hour or 1.5 hours. But this attempt has to be appreciated because students are in their home, teachers are at college or at home, but we are able to meet in one place. We are in a platform. So that is the advantage of online. Even if you are not feeling well, if we can manage, we can come and attend the program. That kind of advantage is there for online. The classroom and glassroom, that is the difference. So though it has a lot of limitations, forget all those things. We'll talk only about the opportunities provided by this online platform. So in that regard, I take this opportunity to appreciate the management of Chinmay Arts and Science College for arranging such a program, because I feel that this program, you must have designed this program with a clear objective. One objective I feel it is for the information of my students. I think the management has decided a program like this with this in their mind. They want to facilitate your journey. What is your journey? Journey of 3 years. I think you are in the very initial stages of the journey. 3 years you are going to make a voyage. A journey of 3 years. If we work out 3 years into number of days, how many days it will be there? Around 1095 days. Okay, 1000 plus. 1000 plus days you are going to spend in a campus, in a college, in an academic atmosphere. So that journey is not a simple journey. It is not a one-day trip. It is not a 2-day journey. It is a 3-year journey. So in that journey, your things are to be facilitated. That may be the reason why your management has designed a program like this. I think there is a destination we have to reach. To reach that destination, we need a direction. We need a sense of direction. And I hope that the management has been trying, even in the induction program, which they have conducted previously, or in this program also, the aim of the management may be that of giving you a sense of direction, in which direction you have to go. It is not only a journey of 3 years. We cannot limit there. After 3 years, another 1 year, another 2 years, another 3 years, another 5 years, which I don't know how you are going to travel. But as of now, your journey is of 3 years. And afterwards, you may be going for another 2, 3, or 4 or 5 years journey. The academic journey will be there. But for entering to the next stage of your journey, I think now itself a sense of direction has to be given. That may be the reason why your management, the respectable teachers, they have designed a program like this. And I feel it is a journey to make you excellent. So this is the topic which I am going to deliberate for 1 or 1.5 hours time. I don't know the time I will maybe limited in nature, but within this limited time of 1 hour, maximum 1.5 hours, I will be trying in my level best to give you some idea about what is excellence, how you can be excellent in the academics, personal, family, or afterwards in future, you may be taking up a profession also. So we have a destination, we have an aim in our mind. To reach that aim, I think now itself we have to prepare a lot, and that is why your management has done this very important task they have taken up. And I appreciate once again the management of Chinmay Arts and Science College for their effort and endeavor. Let me start this session with a small question. It is not a question actually. I would like to start this session with a very famous quote given by Swami Vivekananda. Very beautiful face, you can see there, I think. Ma'am, my voice is okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Screen is also visible? Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I'm going to give you a very beautiful quote given by Swami Vivekananda. So when I'm saying beautiful, beauty lies not only in his face. See how beautiful Vivekananda is. That is a facial beauty. But I'm concerned about the beauty of his thinking. He was an observer of human mind. He was a listener of the human mind. He was always observing the mind of youth. And in this session also, I am addressing mainly the 40 or 50 students sitting here. I can say that the young blood. When I am addressing such an audience, I think the words of Vivekananda are really apt, really relevant. So Vivekananda said, every day, at least once, you talk to yourself. Okay, I put it in a different way. Talk to yourself at least once in a day. Talk to yourself. I was not talking about talking to others. Okay, we do talk to others. We speak to many people on a day. Even the very recent development is that of, or the development of this era, I can say that we speak a lot. And that's why somebody was telling that IT has made Indians TIs. IT, you know, it is not Indian tax I'm talking. IT refers to information technology. There may be BCA students in this batch, I doubt. IT is information technology. So information technology, IT has made Indians TIs. Who are TIs? Talkative Indians. So we talk to many people through mobile, through phone, through whatever means available, because we have a lot of gadgets now in our hand. And by using these gadgets, I think we speak to many people. So, but Vivekananda, during that time, there was no mobile, no land phone, nothing was there. Communication system was very limited. He was not talking about, you have to talk to others. He was talking, talk to yourself at least once in a day. And he was saying, otherwise, you'll be missing an opportunity to interact with an excellent person in this world. See the beauty of this sentence? Talk to yourself at least once in a day. If you're not doing, what you're going to lose? You're losing an opportunity to interact, make conversation with an excellent person in this world. In this session, the very difficulty which I'm facing is that of interaction with you. But whenever I'm requesting, I think you can unmute and come forward and say something. Harsha, Safa, Parveen, two students I can see now, but their video is not there. Many of you, video is not visible, no issue. So what is the learning we are getting from this very beautiful saying given by Vivekananda? There are two things, right? Talk to yourself at least once in a day. Otherwise, you are going to miss a great opportunity to interact with an excellent person in this world. Harsha is there, Safa is there. If not, I think what are the two important learning points we are getting from this? Swati Manoharan is there. Can I get some input from your side? when we are going through this slide, or the very famous quotation given by Swami Vivekananda, any learning we are getting, any message we are getting, any inference we are getting, that's what we are going to discuss now. Ashna, Lamya, Shital, Priti. Madam, I think it is waste of time. I'm calling many people.
Students, please talk, okay? When sir calls out your name, please unmute yourself and talk. This is an interactive session. All of you, Safa.
Yeah. Whatever you feel, you can share. There is no right answer. There is no wrong answer here. All answers are right, I feel. So I think you can come out with whatever you feel. Don't hesitate. It's an open session. It is a glass room. Transparency is there, right? I don't know how far transparency will be there in a classroom, but here it is a glass table. Okay, no issue. I think there are 2-3 lessons out of it. Let me limit to 2. The first lesson is, according to Swami, we are all excellent. We are all excellent. I feel that the 40-50 students sitting in this platform, you are excellent. So first of all, understand that you are not bad. You are not below average. You are not average. You are not moderate. You are excellent. That is the first thing which I want to convey. So believe that you are not bad. Believe that you are not average. You are not below average. You are excellent. Everyone is excellent. Every creature in this world is excellent. That is what the Swami is saying. Okay, but the question is, when we are spending 3 years time in this campus, Chinmaya campus, okay, forget online, because it will not be online every time. It is only a short-term phenomenon. Maybe after 2-3 months, things will become normal. And we will be in the classroom. We will be in the campus. And in the campus, when you are spending 3 years time, my question is, my humble request to you is that how far you are channelizing your excellence, your capacities, your mettle. That has to be channelized for your growth and development. Dear friends, my dear students, that is the request I want to make. 3 years time should be a lively time. 3 years time should be an active time. 3 year time should be an organic time. There are organic and inorganic, which you must have studied while studying chemistry or some other kind of subjects. Make it organic, make it lively, for which, so that is why for your growth, your development, many times we are worried about growth. Many of us are not worried much about development. I would like to differentiate the 2 terms. One is growth and the other is development. In simple language, if I'm trying to differentiate the meaning of the 2 terms, growth and development, students of economics can very easily understand it, because growth is more of quantitative. Growth is more of quantitative, but development is, it may be quantitative, but along with that, there is one more element that is called quality, or qualitative aspect is. So you have to think about one thing, how far you are growing, how far you are developing. That 3 year time is a time for you to both the things. One is growth, at the same time development. But one of the very serious problems of our society is that of many of us, including our parents, they are worried about growth. They are thinking about the quantity part of it. What is quantity? Parents measure the quantitative achievement of you, the student, in the form of their wards, their children, in the form of the mark you score. After the completion of examination, right? How much score you are getting? That is the worry of the parents. There they are measuring the quantity part of it. Whether you are having 70%, 80, 90, 95, even if you are getting 99, I'm sure your parents will not be happy, because another person has got 100%. When there is 100% and you are having 99%, there is a comparison. because parents compare on the basis of the quantity which you have gained. So I think quantity is needed. I'm not against quantity. Quantity to be given the importance, because there is a reason for it. When you're trying for another admission after completion of this program, if you're going for a postgraduate program, I think their quantity is important. The score which you are getting during the 3-year time, that is very important. But at the same time, you have to think about one more thing, along with the quantitative part, along with the score which I have made, what sort of development happened in me? What sort of development I could make during the 3-year time? Because you are spending not 1 day, you're spending not 2 or 3 days, you're spending more than 1,000 days. So when you are spending that much of time and energy and effort, everything in the college atmosphere, I think what is expected from you is that of you have to focus about. That is what I want to tell you. When we are borrowing the words of Vivekananda, he says, you are excellent. That means you have a lot of potential. You have a lot of capacities. These capacities, these abilities are to be channelized for your 2 things. One is growth, the other is development. Otherwise, the 3-year, I will say it is a waste. Okay, so both the things are to be simultaneously thought of. How much you are scoring in various examinations, that is very important, because when you are applying for a postgraduate program, then you will understand the need for mark. So you have to think about it. But at the same time, what sort of development I am making in me during the 3-year time, that also matters. So the second part of this beautiful saying by Vivekananda, I will say that he was saying about talk to yourself, not about talking to others, but he's talking to oneself. Already has certified that you are an excellent person. So as an excellent person with a lot of capacities, at the same time limitations may be there. Lot of potential, lot of possibilities. The saying says, talking to yourself is nothing but this. Introspection. What is introspection? Many meaning can be given to it. I will say it is nothing but it's a kind of stock taking. Every day you have to take stock of yourself. You have to make an assessment of yourself. Take a stock of yourself. See, those who have studied the commerce, they must be knowing it. End of March, closing of March, we do this kind of stock taking. September also, sometimes people do this. Similarly, every day should be a time for you to introspect, or it is a stock taking. Every day you have to think about, see how much I have improved, how much I have grown, how much I have developed. Yesterday and today, what is the difference in me? Today and tomorrow, what should be the difference which I have to make? Many a time what is happening is, a student of 1st year and student of 3rd year, many a time difference will not be there. Though there is a lot of score, the mark we have gained in the certificate part. But along with that, what you have to think is that of what sort of development is there in my identity, in my personality, for which, that is why Swami said, talk to yourself at least once in a day. He was saying, not many times a day, only at least once. Only one time he had asked, what sort of change has happened in me yesterday and today? Is there a difference? Today and tomorrow, is there a difference? Let me share a very famous philosophy. It's a Japanese philosophy. It's a Japanese management philosophy. The name of it is Kaizen. K-A-I-Z-E-N. Sometimes you must have heard about it, or sometimes you must have studied about it. Kaizen philosophy says, not about, it is not talk about innovations. It talks about improvement, because the very meaning of Kai and Zen is continuous improvement. What is continuous improvement? Every day you make a slight variation in you. Every day you make a slight improvement in you, and that slight improvement may be you put a decimal there, 0.000. Put so many zeros and 1. So that much change only you are making in you. Okay. Very, very marginal change only you are making in you. But compared to yesterday, you feel that today I have a change. Compared to today, tomorrow I will be making a slight improvement. And that improvement, if you are making, And for that, what is needed? Every day you have to introspect, you have to ask questions to yourself. That is the learning which you are getting from the very famous saying or quote given by Swami Vivekananda. Talk to yourself at least once in a day, not many times a day. It is only one time you have to ask to yourself, and your excellent capacity, your ability that can be channelized for the development of you in many forms. Okay, so with this accord and the learning from the very beautiful sentence given by Swami, let me ask you a simple question. This undergraduate program will be completed by another 3 years time. So my question is, by the end of this undergraduate program, what do you want? You need a paper certificate, or I think all of you can understand what is certificate or what is paper certificate. Paper certificate is a certificate issued by, since you belong to Kannur University. You need a paper certificate, or you need a certificate of acceptance. Then the question will come, who has to accept me? Who has to accept us? That question will naturally be there. So my question is, after completion of more than 1,000 days in a college atmosphere, in a campus atmosphere, are you trying to get only a paper certificate, or do you need a certificate of acceptance? Tirtha, my question is audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you tell me, give one small answer.
Yes, sir, I think we need both paper certificate and certificate of acceptance.
Okay, first is assured. First is assured. But Shanu Madam will tell, see how Sasikumar can assure a degree certificate at the very nascent stage of a degree program. I'm sure you can. I'm sure, Preeti, I'm 100% sure that you can. Again, I'm borrowing the words of Vivekananda, because you are all excellent. Excellent students can get a certificate in Kannur University. It is not a difficult task. But the second part, Shidhar, the second part is the certificate of acceptance. Janisha, what is that certificate of acceptance? Who has to accept you? Rindhadi, Neha, who has to accept you? That's the question.
Sir, society?
Yeah, yes. Society, good answer. Good answer. It's a very big framework, no? Society means it's a very big framework. Yes. Your answer, I will say, it is apt, it is right. It is the right answer, because the society has to accept us. It is not only a university certifying us that you are competent. That acceptance has to come from the society. In the society, there may be so many elements, so many units. And if I'm asking you a question, Vishnu Maya, who are the elements in the society? So the first one is our family. Then is the second is your institution, Chinmaya. Then third, fourth, fifth, so many are there. Okay, so we must be accepted by the society in general, and in particular by different organizations, different institutions, different units within the society. So I think you are very clear about my question. Getting certificate from a university is not a very serious issue in the present day context. But you have to work hard. You have to put maximum effort for getting a beautiful certificate. But along with that, the question is that of how far we'll be able to get a certificate of acceptance from the side of the society, from the community, and the various agencies available in this community. That question has to be answered, and for which, so to get acceptance, Anjana, to get acceptance, my question is, you must be in a position to give answer. If you want acceptance from the side of the community, from the side of the society, okay, you must be in a position to give answer to the question of the present day. Let me raise the question, Ashara. Can I don't know whether you'll be thinking why this Sasikumar is repeatedly asking so many questions. See, these are not the questions which I am raising to you. It is not a question which I am throwing to you. It is a question which each one of us should raise to ourselves, right? Me to myself, you to yourself, like that. We are raising these questions to ourselves. Even these questions are relevant to me also. Even though I am working as the director of this institute, every day I have to introspect. Every day I have to ask certain questions to me also. So the question comes, if we want acceptance from the side of the community or from the side of various organizations and institutions, we must be in a position to give an answer to the question of the present day. The question is, what extra value you have? Okay, so think about it. What extra value? When I'm using the word value, okay, before talking about extra value, let me say something about value. Sometime before I was saying that our parents are many a time worried about the mark, the score, right? The percentage, the distinction, the excellence, so many categorization is there, I think. So many a time they are worried about it. Even the community also many a time worried about it. Even teachers also worried about that part. But if you are talking about that value only, that value is only a numeric amount denoted by certain algebraic terms. That part, I'm not worried about that value. I'm not talking about that value. See, then the number, the 90%, the 95%, 80%, 85%, and whether you are in the what is called average or in the good or very good or excellent or distinction, that categorization may be there in the certificate. But if you want acceptance from the side of the community, you should be in a position to give an answer for another question. The question is, what extra value you have? So that value, for me, it is not measurable. That value is not, many a time it is not durable also. It is perishable. It is not storable. It cannot kept as a stock, right? So the value which I am going to talk is not a measurable one. It is not a tangible one. It is more of an intangible one, right? It is many a time it is inseparable. It is part of you. So a non-measurable item, an inseparable item, a non-durable thing, a non-measurable thing, that is what I'm going to talk about in this session. That value. Okay, so when I'm talking like this, don't be under the impression that I'm least bothered about the paper certificate. I'm least bothered about the mark you are going to score in the days to come. That is very important. There is no doubt regarding that. I am also with you. But along with that, certain other value things are to be developed in our personality. That is what we are going to talk in this session. Okay, so before entering into what extra value you have to develop, let me give you some statistics on certain aspects. See, I remember my school days, 70s and 80s, okay? My college days, 80s and 90s. My employment searching time, 90s and, okay, 90s we can say. Those days, the very serious issue on our part was getting a job. Unemployment was a serious issue during those days. But in the period of 2010 or 2015 or 2020, we are more concerned about not unemployment. We are concerned about another issue called employability. And I'm sure that you are, after completion of this 3-year undergraduate program, you all will be aspiring for getting a job. You need an employment. You need a profession. So regarding the employment, unemployment, employability scenario, if you take, let me share some information to you. See, the number of doctors coming out every year, it comes around this much. MBBS doctors. BMS may be there, BHMS may be there, but MBBS alone, a year. Okay. MS, this much every year. MDs, this much every year. Engineers, 1.5 million a year in India. It is not a world statistics, it is Indian statistics. Okay. Pharmacy, 1,02,078 every year. Okay, forget all the previous, because anyway you have decided to join for BCom, B English, BCA, or some other kind of courses offered by ICM Arts and Science College, where I think there is no chance for you to become a MBBS doctor or MS or engineer or pharmacist. You are, I am sure that after completion of this program, some of you or all of you may join for MBA. That time, another figure, another data, 3,13,920 students every year, excluding 20 premier institutes, including IIMs, from around 5,500 management institutes. This much number of students are coming out. Okay, since it is 16-17 data, by 2020 or 21-22, or when you are completing this undergraduate program, it may be 23-24. And when you are joining for MBA program, it may be 25-26 or 27. So, then, online program.
Hello, Anita.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Madam, any audio issue now?
No, sir. We can
No.
hear you.
Okay, okay. Now slide is visible now?
No, sir. You have to share it again. Now it's okay, sir.
Right. Okay, so I was talking about some of you may join for MBA program. How many students are coming out? Lakhs of. So what I'm saying is that sometime before, when I raise a question, do you want a certificate of paper certificate or certificate of acceptance? Most of you gave me the answer, or all of you gave me the answer that yes, we need a certificate of acceptance also along with the paper certificate. That is possible only if now itself you have to take certain preparations. Some initiatives needed on your part. Okay, those initiatives I'll tell you why. Because see, ICM has made a study about MBAs. They say out of lakhs of people coming out from the management institutes, only 7% are employable. Companies are not able to find suitable students, candidates for providing job. Opportunities are there, job openings are there, but out of the total, only 7% are employable. That means 93% having paper certificate, but they are not fit for the job. Okay, another study by Mindtree, a management consulting firm, they made a study that says 23% of engineers are only employable. That BTech is there, B is there, MTech is there, qualification is there, certificate is there. But the problem is 77% not fit for job. So whether my question was pertinent? Tell me, friends. The question was, do you need paper certificate or certificate of acceptance? ICM says 93% not acceptable. Mindtree says 77% not suitable for job, or acceptance is not there. And all of them will be carrying the paper certificate issued by the concerned management institute or engineering college or whatever kind of colleges or universities. So this is the situation prevailing in the country. Okay, so I think this is, you are in the very initial stages of your undergraduate program, and your management under the leadership of Suren sir and Shanu madam, Anita madam and all, they have arranged this kind of program for awaken you, or to introspect, ask certain questions to yourself after the completion of this program, whether I need acceptance from the side of the community. And in the community, one of the important element is the employer. Who is the employer? There is no doubt. Everyone is trying for a job. There is no doubt. Everyone is studying for what? Getting a certificate and finally finding a job. So there is no need to cover it up. We need a job. So employer is waiting there. Industry is waiting there. That industry may be private, may be public, maybe my cooperative, whatever the sector. But the thing is that they will be selecting only professionals. They don't want the average person. They don't want mediocre person. They want excellent person. Okay, so that is the situation prevailing in the country, and seeing that, I think you have to start your preparation now itself. Okay, so to add value, what I want to tell is, to add value, what we have to do, we have to travel the untraveled routes. Our problem is we are so comfortable with traveling the travel route, but we have to travel untraveled routes. How we can untravel? So be different. Be different in your habits. All these things we'll discuss in later. In your habits, you must be different. Be different in your approaches. Be different in your attitudes. So with all respect to habits, approaches, attitudes, I think try to be different. That is the meaning of travel the untraveled route. But many of the people are interested in traveling the travel route because traveling the travel route is comfortable. Traveling the untraveled route is little discomfort, right? So even though there are some discomfort, there are some difficulties. I think that will be providing a lot of result, a lot of benefits will be there. So based on that understanding, let me give you a very beautiful saying by Erich Hofer. According to Hofer, in a time of change, it is the learner who inherits the future. See, in a time of change, when changes are happening in this world, changes happening in all walks of life. If you take social atmosphere, if you take politics, if you take economics, if you take technology, if you take international atmosphere, if you take any aspect of our life, everywhere change is happening. So in a time of change, according to Hofer, it is the learner who will be getting the benefits of the future. Who can inherit the benefits of the future? Only the learner. And students who are participating in this program are learners. And you have assumed the role of a learner. And for the next 3 years, you are all serious learners. And if you're assuming the role of a serious learner, I'm sure that you can inherit the benefits of the future. You can derive the benefits of the future if you are a serious learner in the coming days. Okay, so, and how can we learn? We can learn many ways. Classroom is one of the ways through which we can learn. That is the traditional method of learning. Reading, another way of learning. Okay, interaction with others, it is a learning. Visit, it is a learning. So many ways are there for learning. So the benefits of future can be derived only if you are assuming the role of a learner in the classroom, in the library, when you interact with others, when you're visiting other places. But I think there is another way of learning modes. That is, observe the environment. Observe the environment. You try to look at your surrounding. When you're looking at our surrounding, various things are there, various persons are there, various creatures are there, various institutions are there, various things are there. Okay, from there also, I think you can learn. So learner, as a learner, you learn from the environment. And this session, yesterday itself, I had given a message and this was passed on to you. And you were told to keep 2 glass tumblers in front of you. Is it ready? Kirti Rajesh, is it ready? Harsha, is it ready? Gopika, Shajil, is it ready? 2 glass tumblers, One containing normal water. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And some tea dust. Okay, maybe 1 teaspoon tea dust is there, and 1 flask containing hot water is there. Okay, good. So I think 1 glass tumbler containing normal water, and the other. Okay, when I'm giving instruction, you can fill it up. So what we are going to do is, in the available time, we are going to learn from tea making. Ramashov, we are going to learn from tea making.
Tea making.
Right. So I think if you have the hot water there, that hot water you can pour in the other glass tumbler. Okay. Bhagya. Rintadi.
Yes,
Rachana?
sir.
Yes. You can pour the hot water. Very hot, no? Is it very hot? Sufficiently hot? Right. In the
Yes, sir.
other glass tumbler. Now that tea dust, you can 50% in the normal water and 50% in the hot water. Put it. Ready? Don't stir it. No stirring. No stirring. Only just putting the tea dust. If it is tea bag, it can be just put there in the glass tumbler. Okay. Now you observe the 2 glass tumblers. One is normal water, the other is hot water. Where the result is fast, where the result is quick. Harsha? Hot water or the normal water? Anyone? When I am saying hot water, the result is, I think, hot water. Normal water. Okay. So don't stir it. Just observe it. Just observe it. Okay. So based on these 2 glass tumblers and the tea dust inside it and the process happening, you are going to take up 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 points. And that will be the learning point out of this session. Right? Ready? Can I proceed, madam? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the first learning point from this small exercise. I'm very happy that all the students have cooperated with me by way of arranging the required gadgets, things available there, and they have done it. And now they are able to observe the difference happening in the normal water glass tumbler and the other glass tumbler containing the hot water. So in the normal water, the process is very slow and the result is not up to the expectation. Whereas in the hot water, the result is fast. At the same time, the expected result is coming, because we want a black tea now. And after some time, we'll convert this black tea into a pure tea by adding the required things and all. So now the first point out of this exercise, you can take down if you want. So what is the first learning point from the tea making? The first learning point is, understand what matters is what is inside the tea bag. What is inside the, when I'm saying tea bag, okay, I know some of you must have brought tea bag and put it in the glass tumbler. Some of you must have tea dust directly have put in the tumbler. Whatever it may be, if there is a tea bag, the tea bag containing tea dust. So what matters is what is inside the tea bag. So many, when the discussion is progressing, I may treat you as a tea bag, you as a hot water, you as a glass tumbler. Many times I may be interchangeably using these things, but understand now that what counts is, what matters is what is inside the tea bag. See, in the tea bag, what is there? It is tea dust. It is not the sand. It is not the soil. If it is sand or some other kind of items, we will not be getting the result. What is the result we want here? We want to make a black tea now. So getting black tea inside the bag, what is needed? Tea dust is needed. And you're carrying a tea bag, or you have put the tea there, and the quality of the tea dust is important for getting the proper result. And that is the thing. So the first thing which you have to do as part of this journey of 3 years is that you have to do an analysis called SWOT analysis. What is SWOT? Some of you may be aware of it. It is a short form. It is a term which we have borrowed from, an acronym which we have borrowed from the management science. in management, every time we talk about this SWOT, analyzing the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Okay, in this slide, I'll be talking only about the strength and weakness. The opportunities and threats will be discussed in this second slide. Next slide. Okay, so I think in the initial discussion time itself, I told you that we are all excellent. So that shows one thing, that we are all having sufficient strength. We have a lot of strong points. We have a lot of potential. There is no doubt regarding it. Let me share some of the potential which you are having. If it is Ashna or Rajana or Arundhati or any student or all the students sitting in front of me, I can say that you are all blessed. You are all blessed students. You are all blessed children. Students when you are coming to Chinmay only. But at home, you are the child of your parents. You are the child of your beautiful parents, right? Excellent parents. So I can say that you are all blessed because you have your parents there, right? And you are born in, where you are born in? You are born in Kannur. You are born in Kerala. You are born in India. You are born in independent India. You are born in Asia. Okay. Okay, coming back to Kerala, I think you are born in Kerala. That itself is one of the potentials we are having. There is one of the very serious strong point which we can boast sometime. We can boast of it. See, let me tell you one thing. Recently I read one thing that in Bombay City, many of the policemen, around 40% of the policemen, they are staying in slums. SLUMS, slums, cherigal. See, 40% of the policemen in Bombay City, they are staying in slums. They are not having their own nice house building. But I'm sure that all the students sitting in this platform, they are having a very beautiful house. So in that way, we are all blessed. We have good parents. We are blessed. They give us good education. We are blessed. They rear us, we are blessed. They protect us, we are blessed. So I think we have a lot of strong points. So understand that these strong points are to be properly used for the development of, for our growth and development. Okay, and at the same time, I know you have a lot of limitations also. We are not only it is not a composition of the strong points only. At the same time, we have a lot of limitations. We face it. Everyone is having a lot of limitations. But when we are talk about the limitation part, I don't want to speak much about it because limitations we can overcome. But be aware that I have certain limitations. I am deficient in certain areas. I am having some sort of setback in certain areas. But at the same time, I have a lot of strong points. Focus more on strong points, but at the same time aware that certain weaknesses are there on my part. So everyday effort should be that of reducing the weaknesses and raising the strong points. That kind of effort is required on your part. See, when I'm saying talk about the weakness part, see, some weaknesses is needed. I will say some limitations are required. Many of the innovations happen in this world mainly because of innovations. That is why there was a very famous saying. The mother of innovation is necessity. Necessity is the mother of innovation. What is necessity? You are deficient of something. You are lacking something. When you are lacking something, you will think about how to overcome from it. So some weaknesses are good. Because from that weakness, you will think, you will introspect and think, and you will make your efforts to develop out of it. Escape from the limitations. All kinds of inventions and innovations happen in this world are out of this deficiency and necessity. So understand that, okay, my weakness I will overcome by way of inventing some new methods. Even in the learning also, there may be some deficiency on your part. In the studies, you may be facing some sort of limitations. Overcome it by way of designing some new methods. Don't follow others. Don't follow the methods adopted by others. You design a method of your own to overcome your limitations in the studies. So what I'm saying that you have strong points, you have weak points, but don't be complacent with it. So one value thing which I want to tell you is that of escape from complacency. Don't be complacent that, okay, I have everything. I am everything. I am complete. I am right. Some people believe like that. I am right. Others are wrong. I am always right. Others are wrong. Don't think like that. Escape from that sort of complacency. Don't believe that you are complete. No. See, this world is beautiful mainly because there are a lot of imperfections. What is imperfection? Every human being is an imperfect one. It is not a perfect one. The imperfection means strength is there, weakness are also there. That is why this world is having some sort of beauty. You just imagine if everyone is uniform. Everything is uniform. I think there will not be a beauty for this world. The beauty of this world is mainly because of imperfection. So I have strong points, I have weak points. You have strong points, you have weak points. So understand that this is the fact of life. Both will be the strong points as well as weak points. So don't have a complacency feeling that I am complete, I am perfect, I am right, I am everything. It is not like that. We are only a very, very small unit in this universe. An imperfect, I can say an imperfect one. So, but our effort should be that of moving from imperfection to perfection, for which you must be able to escape from the complacency. Many of the students could not improve their value. Many of the students could not develop during the 3-year time, mainly because of complacency. What is complacency? I know everything. I am right. The method I am following, the way I am following, the approach I am taking is right. Many times you may be wrong. So, two things you can do. One is introspect. Ask questions to yourself whether I am going in the right direction or not. You interact with your teachers, you interact with your parents, you interact with others, and even interact with your classmates also, whether I am moving in the right direction or not. If not, why? Right? To move forward, what I have to do, what should be my approach? This kind of discussion has to happen every time. So the first point which I want to tell you is that what matters is what is inside you. What is inside you? Your strong points. What is inside you? Your weak points also. So always be aware that I have certain strong points as well as certain weak points, and these weak points I will limit. I will reduce, for which every day I will take effort. That is what I was talking about Kaizen philosophy. What is Kaizen? Continuous. Kai means continuous and Zen means improvement. So continuous improvement. Yesterday and today there is a change. Today and tomorrow there is a change. And 3 years time, that is more than 1,000 days when you are spending in this college and trying to improve yourself. I'm sure that a significant change will be there. Okay, now you just observe the 2 glass tumblers. One is very slow process, but the other is it is fast, and at the same time we are getting the right result because the second part. The second learning from the tea making is, can we proceed to second point? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Are you able to follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. The second point is read. You can read or write. The real flavor of tea comes through only when the tea dust or the tea bag gets into the hot water. The real taste, the real flavor of it will come only if it is entering into not normal water, but in the hot water. You have taken a decision to join not in other colleges, but in Chinmaya. Right? You could have taken another decision, that is joining in some other college, but you have taken a decision, I will say right decision, of joining with the Chinmaya Arts and Science College. Why? Because I feel that under Kannur University there may be a lot of colleges, but this college has uniqueness. It has certain speciality. It is something different from other colleges. That may be the reason why you have joined this course. So when you have taken a decision to associate with Chinmaya Arts and Science College, I will say that you have come to exploit the various opportunities available to you. So in the SWOT analysis, it is not only the strength and weakness. Another 2 elements are there. They are opportunities and the threat part. Okay. So this campus will be providing a lot of opportunities. But the question is how far you are ready to tap these opportunities. How far you are ready to exploit the opportunities provided by this college, this campus. That is very important. If the tea bag or if the tea dust is not ready to jump into the hot water, it cannot generate result. So what is expected from you as a student of, a serious student of undergraduate program is that of, you just enter into not normal water. You try to enter into hot water. What is that hot water? This campus will be providing a lot of possibilities. All these one by one you have to tap. All this you have to exploit. Use it. Process it. Right? Add your value through that. So that needs a lot of effort. A lot of effort is needed. See, somewhere I read, you must heard about Bill Gates. Bill Gates of Micro. Huh? Micro?
Yes, sir.
Microsoft. He was an average student in his college days. He was labeled as a coward. He was a coward. He was not recognized by his teachers. But he was a good reader. He was a voracious reader. What happened? That reading enriched him. I think Shanu Madam was telling some days before that this program is called a program of enrichment. I would like to tell you students, my friends, one thing. Not only this program is the context for enrichment. Every day in your college, every day you are spending in the campus is a time for enrichment. And then comes one thing, all right? How many of you appropriately utilize the available facilities of this campus? This campus, it is not only the building, it is not only the faculty. Many other facilities are there. Library is there, lab is there. So many amenities are there. And how effectively you are utilizing these facilities. That is the meaning of jumping into the hot water. So if you are ready to utilize the available facilities of this campus, I'm sure that a lot of enrichment will be there. But the problem is, we spend 3 years. It is not spending that is required. Invest 3 years. I'm using 2 words. Spending of days and investment of days. There is a difference. Spending means it has gone. It will not come back. But investment, it will come back. So what is expected from you is that when you are spending around more than 1,000 days in this campus, every day you must invest in you. How can you invest? There are some audio issues there. I think somebody is unmute mode. I think you can give a direction to mute it. So what I'm saying is that during the available time, every day you have to invest in you. How? When you are using the available facilities of this campus, I can say that enrichment will be happening every day. Then only the result will be there. But what happens many a time? We spend our days not investing our days. And by the end of the 3-year time, we lament. We feel sad about ourselves. We feel bad about ourselves. That is the problem. So to escape from such kind of situations, what is needed? Now itself you start. What are the facilities? List out the facilities of Chinmaya campus. Use everything every day. Let me tell you one thing. In my campus, there is a beautiful library having around 60 plus magazines and journals, around 10 newspapers, including financial dailies. But I have observed my students. Even the induction session, I used to tell them, you use all these facilities appropriately so that you will get acceptance. But 2 years time or 1 year time when they are spending in this campus, many times they are not using it properly. And at the end of the program, they lament. They feel bad about themselves because they have not utilized the facilities properly. So if you want a result, if you want an acceptance from the side of the community, utilize the facilities of this campus appropriately. when I talk about the opportunities, I will not be talking much about threat part here, because nowadays in the management, nobody is using the word threat. People are saying challenges. Threats are to be treated as challenges. Face head on. Whenever challenge comes, face them head on. That is the capacity which you have to develop during the 3-year time. Okay, so regarding the opportunities, there are a lot of opportunities available to you, but the question is that of whether you are using it or not. If you are new to using, I think you will be feeling sad about you at the end of the program. So that situation should not be there. Let me share a small story in this context. Sometimes you must have read this story somewhere. Sometimes you must have heard it from some other trainers. I don't know. There was a farmer. He was a rich farmer. He was rich with respect to wealth. He was rich with respect to a beautiful daughter also. So he was financially rich. At the same time, he had a beautiful daughter. So he was thinking about the marriage of his daughter. So he decided that he will be giving his daughter to only the persons who are strong, who are having confidence. So that was his decision. To anyone, he was not ready to send her daughter. He wanted to get her daughter married to a very suitable person. The qualification according to him was his attitude, his capacity, his potential. It is not the facial beauty of the person, his ability, his attitude. That was the criterion which the farmer has decided. So he decided that she can be selected by any group, but on the basis of a contest, on the basis of competition. The competition was, he had a lot of cows, he had a lot of oxen, he had a lot of buffaloes and all. So he said that the competition will be like this. I'll be sending 3, it was cow or buffalo, I don't know, or oxen, but 3 oxes will be sent. The person has to hold the tail of the ox. So 3 chances will be there. 3 oxes will be sent one by one. Okay. So one person was waiting for it. He was looking for this girl for the last so many years because she was very beautiful. And even was about to come. So he also decided to participate in the competition. So he was ready. So the first ox was about to come. So he was waiting to hold or touch the tail of the ox. So suddenly the ox came out. He could not believe himself because the ox was so big. He was so scared and he went back and the ox rushed away. So he could not touch the tail of the ox because it was so big and he was so scared by seeing it. So the first chance over. He thought no problem because 2 more chances are there. When the second comes, I will hold. When the second ox was about to come, he saw it was a very big one. Compared to the first one, it was so big. So there also he could not touch him. He touched the ox, so failed. So he waited for the third because he thought, okay, 2 over, but at least 1 is there. 1 more chance is there. When the third, Rachana, can you hear me? Gopiga, can you hear what I'm saying? All right. So the third one was about to come. So he waited because this is the last chance, the golden chance. Okay. So was waiting for the last ox to come. Okay. It was released. Ox came out. But this ox didn't have a tail. I think, Ashna, any meaning, any learning from this story? Rachana? Swati? Any learning? 3 chances were given. First time missed, second time missed, third time. What happened? That ox did not have a tail. So all the chances he lost. So this should not happen to you when you are spending 3 years in the college. First year itself you should start. First year itself you should start. Right? It is not waiting for first year and second year and finally third year I can do everything. No, you'll be wasting your valuable time. Don't waste your valuable time. So the learning which I want to tell you at this juncture is that of, adapt to the given environment of the new campus. The new campus may be different from your school atmosphere. It will be a totally different environment. So adjust with the new environment, adapt to the new environment, and make use of the available facilities of this. Okay. At the same time, another one is that of use the available facilities and opportunities provided by this campus. Many a time, what is happening is that we'll be waiting. It is only waiting happening. Ultimately, no result will be there. And at the very fag end, we'll be repenting ourselves. So that kind of repenting should not be there. Okay, so that you have to escape from that, for which start now itself. That is what I want to tell you. So based on this, I'm moving to the third point. Are you ready? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are moving to the third point from the tea making. The third one is good tea bag or good tea dust looks forward to get into hot water. Okay, because the tea dust needs a meaning. It becomes meaningful, or the tea bag becomes meaningful when it is able to enter into hot water only. If it is put in a normal water, it cannot generate result. So good tea bag, forget tea bag, good students will always look forward to get into hot water, I mean, right? Little situations of discomfort. There may be some sort of discomfort. Don't think about it. Always don't expect comfortable situations. Some sort of discomfort is are needed to be generated, right? Then only you can generate that kind of result. So always try to be positive. That is what I want to tell you. Even if hurdles are there, blocks are there, limitations are there, impediments are there, try to see everything as positive, because there may be some sort of positive element in even the difficulties also. Struggle a lot, right? Be ready for struggle. Be ready for putting hard work. Convert your hard work into smart work. That is the need of the time. Hard work everyone will be, but convert that hard work into smart work. Let me tell you one small example. See, a bee has to tap around 150 to 200 flowers if it wants to generate one drop of honey. See, a bee has to tap 150 to 200 flowers to generate one drop of honey. Means how much effort it is putting. We don't know the hard work behind it. So if you're not ready to put hard work, you will not be getting the proper result. So if you want to generate the right result, if you want to get acceptance from the side of the community, I think you must be positive in whatever struggle you are making, whatever effort you are putting, and be ready for that kind of effort every time. Okay. And let me tell you one thing, you take initiative. This classroom, your batch needs initiative from the side of each one of you. There is a phenomenon called, you can write down if you want, it is not there in my slide, bandwagon effect. What is bandwagon? Bandwagon effect is, see, we follow others every time. We don't create a method of our own. You create a method of your own for your studies, for your preparations, for your growth, for your development. But what we do, we imitate others. We copy others. Bandwagon effect is nothing but a kind of copying. Escape from this copying tendency. That is what I want to tell you. Don't emulate others every time. Okay, some sort of copying can be permitted. Some sort of mimicking can be promoted. It can be justified. But what I'm saying that you have to design a method of your own. Let me tell you, have you heard about IAM? Any idea about IAM? Indian, can you give me the expansion of IAM? Anyone?
Indian Institute of
Management.
Indian Institute of Management. Okay. Have you heard about LSR Delhi? LSR, New Delhi? Okay, Lady Sri Ram College. Lady Sri Ram College offers BCom program. You are also doing any BCom program. But a student of science, a plus two student, plus two science student, if he or she wants to get an admission, sorry, no, she only, because it is Lady Sri Ram College, no. So if a girl student completed a science plus two, wants to apply for LSR, BCom program or BA program, I think for plus two, she should score more than 95%. See? More than 95% you should have a score in your plus two science stream. If you're coming from science, it should be more than 95%. Then only you can apply for the BCom program of Lady Sri Ram College, Delhi. So that is the seriousness of it. Even IM also. IM, this, see, I think it is a real hot water. I could witness the difficulties of the students of MBA program of IM for around 4 months' time. See, their nights were sleepless nights. They could not sleep properly because every day before going to the class, they should prepare well. They should read everything meticulously. Almost like a faculty, they must read, understand, analyze, and the things are to be studied in such a manner. Then only they could go to the class. But how we go to the class? We are going to the class with zero information. There the teachers give to us. But here I am telling, you read your topics well in advance. Okay, like an IM student, we cannot do. Like an LSR student, we cannot do. But what I'm saying that, you make some sort of seriousness in your studies by way of some initiatives needed with regard to reading of not only the syllabus portions, even non-curricular things are there. These are to be read. So general reading is needed. So what I'm saying that if you will be getting acceptance from the side of the community, from the society, only if you are ready to jump into the hot water. So that kind of approach is expected from your side. So that is the another value thing which I want to share is that try to be positive, take initiative in the for your development and your growth. Okay, and we are going to the next point. Another learning from the tea making. I don't know how many of you have taken tea bag. Many of you must have taken tea just directly, but some of you must have brought a tea bag. So the tea bag must be porous. What is porous? The essence of that tea can be extracted by the hot water only if it is the bag is porous. If it is filled in a plastic bag, I think the tea will not be generated there, or the water and the tea dust will not be working together. So if they want to work together, the tea bag must be porous. And I want to tell you, my students, you have to develop certain capacities. Sometime before I was talking about the studies by Assocham, study by Mindtree and all. What Assocham study says, only 7% of the qualified persons are suitable for a job. What Mindtree says, study says, only 23% or 25% suitable for a job. Remaining are having qualification, but they are not fit for the job. So after the completion of this program, you will be getting a paper certificate. But along with that, a lot of capacities you have to develop. One capacity is that of, you can write if you want, soft skill. Whether you are a BCA student, BCom student, BBA student, or BA English student, any subject you take, I think along with the certificate, you have to develop another skill called soft skill. What is the soft skill? The meaning of soft skill can be understood in this way. I'm just giving the meaning of the term soft skill. It is the skill to understand others, relate with others, communicate with others, and influence others. Right? So you should develop a skill to understand others, relate with others, communicate with others, and influence others. So that was the problem of 77%. That was the problem of 93%. Well, the 93, when 77% are suitable for job, 93% not suitable job, the meaning is they lack certain skills. One skill is soft skill. They could not understand others. They could not relate with others. They could not communicate with others. They could not impress others. So during the 3-year time, what is expected from you is that you have to develop certain capacities. One capacity is IPR. What is IPR? It is a skill, interpersonal relation skill you have to develop. You must be able to actively relate with your classmates. You must be able to efficiently relate with your teachers. You must be in a position to relate with everyone available. So that interpersonal relationship skill, part of soft skill, you must develop. Okay, after the completion of this program, you may be invited for an interview. You may be invited for a group discussion. That time, you must be able to be with people. You must be able to talk to people. You must be able to actively make conversation with the people, for which now itself you start your work. Now itself you start the preparation for developing your relation skill or interpersonal relationship skill. You must be able to move along with others. That is one of the issues our people many a time facing. Celebrate every day in your campus. Celebrate every day in the classroom, academically as well as non-academically. But what I feel is that many of the students, non-academic portion, they will celebrate. Academic portion, they will not celebrate. So celebration, I am saying, right? So relationship skill has to be developed for what? Sharing with your friends, share the knowledge, get the knowledge from others, share your skill to others, get the skill from others, share your approaches to others, take their approaches also. So it should be a give and take. It is not only taking along. It should be give and take. So that is why there is a saying, in our life, there are two laws. One is law of taking and there is law of giving. You take a lot from your teachers, but how much you give to the teachers? You take a lot from your parents. How much you give to your parents? So it should be an exchange of taking as well as giving, for which you have to develop your relationship skill. You must be able to move along with others. See, escape from the feeling of I, move to we. That is what I want to tell you. See, I can speak. Sorry, I can say. Right? But when me and you are there, we can speak. My speech becomes relevant only if there is an audience to listen to me. Right? So if I'm alone, I can say a lot of things. But if I want to speak, I need the other person also. So there comes the importance of we. I can smile to myself, right? But if I want to laugh, I want the friendship of others. Right? I can enjoy myself. But if I want to celebrate, I need the presence of others. So what I want to tell you is that 3-year time when you're spending in your campus, in your classroom, celebrate every day, academically as well as non-academically, for which you need the company of your classmates. You need the companionship of your teachers, right? So that kind of relationship has to be developed during this. So you must be transparent. You must be open. That is the meaning which we are getting from. That is the lesson we are getting from the tea bag. It should also be porous. That is why, okay, let me ask you one thing. The normal water glass tumbler is there. Another glass tumbler containing hot water is there. Where the result has come, Gopiga? Where the result has come properly? I'm not getting answer from anyone. Tirtha?
From hot water.
Hot water?
Hot water, sir.
Result is there, right? Result is there because the tea bag is porous. So you can also generate result. You will be accepted by the community. You will be accepted by your teaching community. You will be accepted by everyone if you are developing a relationship skill, and you must be able to move along with the others. This is what I want to tell you at this juncture. And we are moving to our next point. Madam, can I continue for another 15 minutes? Ma'am, Shanu madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can I? Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So this was what I was telling. You celebrate your not only days, every moment in the college, every moment in your classroom. Enjoy. Academically, you enjoy. Non-academically, you also enjoy. Okay. So we are going to the next learning point. Understand that tea dust works or tea bag works wherever they are in the cup. Whether it is at the top of the water or middle of the water or the very bottom of the glass tumbler, wherever you are putting the tea dust or keeping the tea bag, it will work because it is hot. Okay, so my request to my students is that of in the classroom, I don't know your position. You may be a class leader. When you are assuming the role of a class leader, others are the followers. But another point of time, you may be a follower and others may be the leaders. So one point of time, you may be leader, others may be leaders, followers. Other may be a follower and you may be a, your role may be changing many a time. Whatever the role you are assuming, whatever the role you are taking, right? It will be generating some sort of result. Either as a leader of the classroom or as a follower of the classroom, I think some sort of benefits will be there for you. There you have to do one thing. You have to give up your egos. Don't think that always I want to be a leader. Don't think like that. Sometimes you should be a follower also. How I should follow a leader? How I can follow the instructions of a leader? So when you are assuming the role of a follower, you must be able to listen to the words of the leader. Similarly, when you are assuming the role of a leader, you must be able to lead your followers. So two roles, different learning points. So whatever the role you are taking, one point of time or the other time, or the other is give up. So what I'm saying, I want to give up your egos. See, don't believe that always I want to be a follower. Don't think that always I want to be a leader. You must be ready to take all the roles in your life in the classroom also. So that is why what I'm telling is that learn from different roles. See, our society is beautiful because many people are there in different roles. We have farmers, we have workers, we have sweepers, we have scavengers, we have drivers. We have many, many people in the society. We have teachers, we have students. That is the beauty of this society. Just imagine everyone in this society, teachers, everyone in this society, students, everyone in this society, workers. Society will not be beautiful. The beauty of this society is mainly because of heterogeneity. So each one is unique and each one is beautiful. So whatever the role you are taking in this classroom, either as a listener, either as a normal student, or as a leader of the classroom, or any role you are taking, all right? Understand that, enjoy, learn from all these roles. Okay, so based on this, I'm moving to the next learning point. Understand that sometimes one tea bag is not enough. We need many tea bags. 1 teaspoon of tea dust is not sufficient. Okay, for preparation of 1 glass tumbler of tea, 1 tea bag may be enough. Half teaspoon may be enough. But your classroom containing 50 students, 40-50 students are there. So this is not sufficient. So we need so many tea bags. We need so many tea dusts. So much of, right? So your responsibility in the classroom is becoming so serious because we need many leaders in the classroom. It is not a one leader always. I have observed in many classes, if students are invited for any welcome speech or some sort of roles to play, always one person will become. It should not be like that. Everyone has to come forward. Everyone has to assume the capacity for it. Earn the capacity for assuming the role of a leader. So the 3-year time should be for that. It's a preparation time. So more than 1,000 days are with you. So we need this class. This class requires many leaders because we have a lot of tasks to do. We have a lot of roles to play. Right? This is a very serious responsibility you have undertaken. That is 3-year time. It is not just completion of 3-year time. This classroom has to perform a lot of responsibilities, for which each one has to assume the role of a leader. Believe that it is not, sometime before also I told you, it is not I, we feeling is that. We feeling is that. We will make this classroom a wonderful classroom. right? You alone cannot make it. But your individual initiative, along with others' support, then that will create a result. So you have to make this classroom a wonderful atmosphere by way of taking initiative, taking leadership. So everyone has to become the leader of the classroom. That is why I'm saying one tea bag is not enough. Many tea bags have to be there, because so many students are in this classroom. Around 35 to 40 or 50 students are in this classroom. So one batch, if you take, normally there will be 30, 40 students. So everyone has to contribute for the development of this. You can do one thing. You just write one word there. I'm just dictating. Can you write illness? I-double-L-N-E-double-S. Illness. I, capital letter I, double-L-N-E-double-S. Right. Tirtha? Written?
Yes, sir.
Asha?
Yes, sir.
Illness. Do one thing. You delete that I. In the place of I, you write V. W-E. V. Any change? Any change?
Wellness.
In the place of I, what has happened?
Wellness.
Is it a small change or a significant change? Anyone can, please. Is it a small change or a significant change?
Significant change.
A significant one, sir.
No answer. Why?
Significant change.
One, sir. Significant one.
Significant change.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So any change there? You didn't give me the answer.
Significant change.
Oh,
Illness has become.
Significant change, sir. Significant change.
Okay. According to you, it is not a marginal change. It is not a small change. It is a radical change. I will say it's a significant change. Why? Illness has given way to wellness. So your classroom every day you should enjoy. For which it is not I feeling. What is I feeling? Confining to yourself. Don't be like that. Make a we feeling in the classroom, and illness will go away and wellness will come to the class, your batch. That is what I want to wish you now. And let me go to my next point. Right? Can I? Right. The next point, maybe the last but one. You need to add sugar.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, I think your screen sharing has stopped. So please share the screen. Sir.
Okay. Right. I will. Now it's coming.
Yes,
Now it's
sir.
coming. Yeah. So this over, no? Yeah. You need to add milk and sugar to get an excellent tea, right? What is milk? What is sugar? Here I want to tell the milk and sugar is certificate alone will not be sufficient. You need some other skills also and certain complementary skills. Okay. What are the complementary skills? Focus on cash. This is what I want to tell you. Paper certificate is not sufficient. Along with the certificate, you have to develop a lot of other skills also, for which you have to focus on cash. What is K? K for knowledge. It is not the CSH part I'm talking. I'm talking about another cash. Okay, ultimately we are all trying for a qualification for getting a job. And why a job? Job is for getting our means of livelihood. What is means of livelihood? We need salary. What is salary? Cash. Okay, but I'm talking not about the CSH part. I'm talking about cash. That cash you can increase, you can enrich by way of focusing on cash. What is cash? K for knowledge, A for attitude, S for skill, and H your habits. Focus on these 4 areas. So what is needed? You had to acquire more and more knowledge. Acquire more and more knowledge during this 3-year time. Not only the subject knowledge, but the first thing is subject knowledge. You should have sufficient footing in the academics. You should have sufficient base in your core subject. Domain area, you develop your strong, your knowledge. Right? Your strength should be that of the foundation is very clear. If you are a commerce student, be strong in commercial things. Be strong in all the commercial activities. Right? If you are a literacy student, create sufficient foundation in literature. If you are a BCA student, computer knowledge, you should have sufficient knowledge. So knowledge. It is not only the knowledge part. The second thing is how far you are changing your attitude. How far you are molding your attitude. Okay, attitude required for a school situation and attitude required for an undergraduate program, it's different. Your approach should be different. So mold your attitude according to the requirement of the new campus, new situation. Sharpen your skill. Yes. Every day try to sharpen your skill. Sometime before I was talking about soft skill. Your interpersonal relationship skill. Moving along with others. That skill you have to develop. You're able to make conversation with another person very boldly. Then you can face the interview very, very smartly. There will not be any tension before going for a interview. So if you are having sufficient knowledge about the subject, not only is the subject, related areas also, plus if you are having sufficient boldness with regard to facing the interview board after the completion of this 3-year program, suppose if your campus is able to bring companies over to the campus for recruitment, I think you can face the interview very smartly. Or at least after completion of the postgraduate program, if you are able to. So another thing is that of skill also, and habits should also undergo change. So this is what I want to tell you at this very juncture. And when I'm concluding this session, one more learning point I would like to give you, that is serve the tea gently. Okay, in the black tea, what was added? Sugar was added, milk was added, and we got a beautiful tea. And that milk and sugar is nothing but the complementary things which you have added along with your certificate. And that tea you must serve very gently, and you need to serve to your society, your community in a very, very service-oriented manner. It has to be given. Okay, so I have been trying to convey you one thing, that you have to add value. That value is not the monetary value. It is audible. I think I'm not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay, Madam, I'm concluding by telling our students that, see, when we are talking about value, I'm not concerned about the monetary value part. I'm not very much concerned about the value in the form of the score which you gain in your certificate, in the form of percentage, 75, 80, 85, 90. That is needed. That you will get because you have the capacity to learn and score that much of points you can score. But the thing is that more than that, I think certain other value things you have to develop during this time. And the final thing which I want to communicate to my the students is that of you, suppose after completion of this 3-year program, if you take up a job, right, serve your community with a human approach, right? You must be able to serve your community with a humane touch. That is needed. So wherever you are working, whatever job you are undertaking, whatever career you are opting, no doubt, Invariably, I'm saying, wherever you are, whatever job you are doing, right, serve with a human face. That is what I want to tell you. Okay, always try to create a feel in the mind of the others that you serve people. Because the tea which we have been trying to prepare during the last 1 hour time, I don't know whether it has given any message to you. The message was only one thing, that what I was trying to convey is that, see, we cannot do great things, right? We are all only undergraduate students, but we can do small things with great passion. Okay? We can do small things with great passion. That love, that passion towards that work. So since you are students of undergraduate program, the agenda item in front of you is that of studies. Studying the things, right? There is no other serious agenda in front of you. You have only one agenda, that is your growth, your development, for which academics and non-academic, curriculum and extracurricular. These things you have to passionately accept, right? Take it so passionately, so that I think by the end of this 3-year program, I'm sure that a lot of people will be there to accept you, receive you. With these few words, let me conclude this session by conveying my gratitude to the organizers of this program, including Surendran sir, Shanu madam, Anita madam and all, plus the active listeners of this batch, this program, the students, friends. I'm so happy that you have been with me during the last around more than 1.5 hours time. So I don't know how far I could contribute to you, and hope that the lessons which you have gained out of this session should be implemented in your daily, personal, family, as well as your student life. This much all now. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir.
Ma'am?
Yes, sir.
I'm through.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. So now it's open to the students. Students, if you want to interact with the resource person, or if you have any queries.
Yes, sure.
You may unmute your mic, or even you can post it in the chat box.
This capacity you have to develop, dear friends.
Yes, sir.
The capacity which you have to develop is ability to raise questions, right? But I was talking about raising questions to yourself. Sometimes you must be able to raise questions to teachers also. Gently, decently, right? You must be able to raise certain questions to teachers, so that otherwise, okay, we know the limitation of an online platform, but in spite of all the limitations, you have been with me during this time. It was more of a monologue. I was trying my level best to make it as a dialogue, but difficult it is, we know. And whether the monologue has created any kind of monotony to you, I don't know. Anyway, I'm happy that at least I could throw some lessons or messages to my budding youth. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Let me now invite Ms. Lyra, Assistant Professor, PG Department of English, to propose the vote of thanks.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Hello, Anita.
Yeah, Lyra, you're audible, Lyra.
Okay. Hari Om and warm greetings to all the participants of the webinar. On behalf of the Chinarts family, I take this opportunity to thank the resource person, Mr. Sasikumar MV, Director, Institute of Cooperative Management, Kannur, for that power-packed session. Thank you, sir. The session gave us insights into the ways one can channelize one's thoughts and action to achieve excellence. Thank you, Sasikumar, sir, for that very lively and engaging session and sparing your time to be with us today. Thank you, sir. I place on record my sincere thanks to our principal, Dr. K.V. Surendran, for encouraging and supporting us in all our endeavors. Thank you, sir. I also thank Ms. Shano for introducing the resource person for the day. I take this opportunity to thank Ms. Anita Haridas, HOD, Department of Computer Application, for coordinating and hosting the session. Thank you, Anita. Special thanks to all my dear students for your participation in the webinar. Thank you for being with us. Have a nice day. Stay tuned for our next session on student enrichment programs. Stay home, stay safe.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay, may I take leave of you? Right.
Thank you, Lyra.
Thank you.
On
Thank you,
behalf
sir.
of Jimmy Arts and Science College for Women, I once again thank the resource person and all the colleagues, principal, and my dear students for joining the meeting.